Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Thank you. How's everybody doing today? Great. All right, good. Most of you know me as the crazy Why Courts Matter woman. Yes? Hopefully some of you have been to a Why Courts Matter presentation. Well, I got enrolled by Jane. She's very influential in my life. And so she is making me, and I'm honored to do this, talk about elected judgeships today. Now, Why Courts Matter in Pennsylvania, we deal strictly in federal courts. We stick to the appointments. But I had to study up because I too need more information on this topic so that when I go and place my vote in November, I can make an informed decision as well. So I'm taking my Why Courts Matter hat off because we are a nonprofit, nonpartisan group. And I'm just going to be the Kenner tonight. That's okay. All right? All right. So let's talk about the Pennsylvania Judiciary. So Pennsylvania elects its state judges, right? That's what Pennsylvania does. And our judiciary is the last stop for democracy. But hardly anyone votes. What do they call this, the off year? How is there such thing as an off year in an election? Shouldn't they all be on 1 year if it's an election, right? All right, so that's, no shame, no embarrassment here. Who knows who they're going to be selecting in November for judicial judgeships? Yeah? About 4 or 5 of us. I know now, just because of research I did today. All right, so the terms of 9 judges on Pennsylvania's state-level courts expire at the end of the year. 3 face retention by voters. So retention votes are basically if someone was selected or elected to a position, they get a 10-year term if they're on the appellate courts. And that 10-year term at the end, instead of having to run again for re-election that way, because we want to take the politics out of judgeships, our retention vote is a simply yes or no vote on that person at the end of 10 years. So we do have some folks up for retention, and 6 are up for partisan election, so they're actually going to be looking for your vote. And then a 7th seat is vacant on the Superior Court, and will also be filled by a partisan election.
So I have a question for you.
Yes.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Okay. So the judges that are up for retention, is there anyone else running for that position, or is it simply that person on the ballot? And maybe one of the judges here can answer that.
That would be a great question for a judge.
Can you repeat that?
So,
Recording
I
it.
question myself, I'll introduce myself later. I'm Jeff Holm. I'm on the Superior Court now, but I'm not running for retention. I'm running for election because I'm an interim appointment. So there are
Recording.
who are allowed. Well, I'm not sure it's on.
How's that? Okay, great. So the question is about the retention races, and there are 3 statewide retention candidates, and those are all judges, 2 on the Supreme Court and 1 on the Superior Court. Those are judges who were elected 10 years ago, and they now are up for a yes/no vote. And so, if they are retained, then they will continue in their positions for another 10 years. If they are not retained, that will create a vacancy, which will then have to be filled either first by interim appointment or later by an election. So there are 2 Supreme Court justices. If they are not retained, then come January of this year, there'll be 2 vacancies on the Supreme Court that will have to be filled either first through appointment or ultimately by election.
So what is the criteria for retention? Do they need a certain number of votes?
They need 50% plus 1 vote. And the history of that is, and I'll talk a little bit about one of those candidates when it's my turn, but the history of that is by and large, appellate court judges are pretty consistently retained. There have been, in the last decade, 1 Supreme Court justice who was not retained, another who was very close to not being retained. By and large, the judges tend to get, unless there's a particular problem, tend to get more than 1 vote. This year, we don't know. Last fall, it was a pretty contrarian electorate, and so we'll see. But now, those positions either will be retained, the judges will be retained, or there'll be a vacancy.
Thank you. All right. So we want to make sure that you don't walk into the voting booth on November what day? November 7th. We want to make sure that you walk into the voting booth and you know person's name you can read or whatever, like some people do. All right, so state courts. So, we go back to some history classes and some government classes. We learned about federalism. So due to federalism, we have both the federal government as a court, which I talk about in my courts matter Pennsylvania, and then we also have the state government, which has its own court system. So that's what we're doing on November 7th. We're electing our state judges. So state courts are the final arbiters of state laws and constitutions, and their interpretation of federal law or the U.S. Constitution may be appealed to the United States Supreme Court. Okay. So what's it look like? So here's a little pyramid. I'm going to start at the bottom. So we have the minor courts. Well, those are like your magisterial district courts, all right? And so what is that, like a parking ticket kind of thing? Magisterial courts. And then we go to the courts of common pleas. Now, the courts of common pleas have a function as well. They typically are deal with the family. So if we're talking about juvenile courts as well, anything having to do with the family. All right, and then we have your Superior Court and your Commonwealth Court, and then we have the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania at the top. And we're going to break that down of each of those. All right, so now we're back at the top here, Pennsylvania Supreme Court. Here's some fun facts for you. We have some kids in the audience. You might, need this one day. The Pennsylvania judiciary system was originated in 1684 and was established by William Penn. William Penn, Pennsylvania, The Pennsylvania Supreme Court is the highest in the state and the oldest in the nation. Right? And then in 1722, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court and the Court of Common Pleas, which are located in Philadelphia, Bucks, and Chester counties, came into existence. And then in 1776, the Pennsylvania Constitution established the Court of Common Pleas in each county of Pennsylvania. A little history lesson. All right, those are our current Pennsylvania Supreme Court judges as of 2016. I don't think anything has changed since then.
How many are there?
5.
What's question?
Which 5?
Which what? I'm sorry.
5.
Okay, I don't have that information. Yeah, I don't have that information, but I can find it out quickly.
All of them, but the bottom, middle, and the top right. Are Democrats.
That's a 5-2, is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
And one of them is running for retention.
One is running for retention.
Deborah Todd.
So that's a look at our current Pennsylvania Supreme Court judges. All right, so the 7 justices on this court receive more than 3,000 requests a year for their assistance in review of appellate cases, typically from the Superior Court and the Commonwealth Court, and sometimes direct appeals from lower court decisions. And so just like the United States Supreme Court only hears about 60 to 80 cases a year, you can imagine the Pennsylvania Supreme Court could not hear 3,000 cases a year either. All right, so face of retention, we're talking about this. All right, so Thomas Saylor, Deborah Todd. You see the red, you see blue. We all know what that means. And then we have for a partisan election for Mundy's seat. And that is Sally Mundy, an incumbent, and then Dwayne Woodruff. So those are your choices. Pennsylvania Superior Court was established in 1895. It's one of 2 intermediate appellate courts, the other being the Commonwealth Court. And they are often the final arbiter of legal disputes. And we have 15 judges sitting on that court, and their cases are usually heard in panels of 3, although sometimes they can be heard in a whole panel of 9. And they sit in Harrisburg, Philadelphia, and Pittsburgh. That's what our Pennsylvania Superior Court judges look like. And Mundy is not the woman in the back. She must be up front.
She's on the Supreme Court.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Okay. All right. And then the Pennsylvania Superior Court. So face of retention, Jacqueline Shogan is face of retention. So again, if you just say yes or no, when you get behind the booth on her. And then the partisan election, you can vote for 4 of these folks here. One we have in the audience today. Judge Jeffrey Moulton is here. Thank you, sir. He's the incumbent. We have Carolyn Nichols, who will also be joining us today. Yeah. And then Maria Laughlin and Deborah Kunzelman are the top 4 there on the list. Ms. Doshi, I'm taking a picture too, so you have it. Here too. Back it up. What's the question?
Is Craig Stedman currently the district attorney over in Lancaster County?
Yes.
Is that his? Okay.
You can have dual roles. Interesting.
Oh, no, he called me, and he will give up.
He's gonna give it up. Okay. All right, Pennsylvania Commonwealth Court. So established in 1968, Pennsylvania Commonwealth Court is distinctly something that belongs to Pennsylvania. You won't find this in other states. And so it is the second statewide appellate court, and it's responsible for matters involving state and local governments and regulatory agencies. So there's going to be a case that they're going to hear shortly about Pennsylvania school funding. Did you hear about that case? So this is going to be a nice little trial for them. And then also, they also heard the League of Women Voters versus Wolf in gerrymandering case. So these are cases that, you know, could go into Pennsylvania and then eventually could also go to the Supreme Court of the United States. And that's what our Pennsylvania Commonwealth Court judges look like now. All right, so this is also a partisan election for the Commonwealth Court. You can vote for two. We have Ellen Seisler. We have her son Danny here today. He's going to talk on behalf of her. We have Irene Clark, Christine Cannon, and Paul Laley. All right, so those are your choices. You can pick two. All right, and then Berks County Court of Common Pleas. So the general trial courts of Pennsylvania are organized into 60 different districts, and they follow geographic boundaries. And I don't have a picture of what the common pleas looks like because there's so many of them. It would be a hard shot, but you're welcome to visit this website to see who they are, what they're all about. And this is also a partisan election. You get to vote for one of these folks. And black dots. And we're expecting King Boyd with us today, too. All right, so that's just a little background on the levels of court. Any questions that I may be able to answer for you? If not, we can take the judges when they get up here. Any questions about state elections? You're gonna, you know, I personally, when I'm looking at candidates, you know, I go to their Pennsylvania bar ratings. So that's an easy log on. I can give you the email, the website for that. And what is it? pabar.org. It's that simple. And they will release ratings for people that are running for candidates that are running for the appellate courts and the Supreme Court. So there'll be ratings on those folks. They won't give you a rating on Tina or anyone else running for those seats. And interesting enough, a little tidbit here. Berks County own lawyer Heidi Masano is the vice chair of the Pennsylvania Bar Association. So you actually have someone here in your backyard who is the chair of the Pennsylvania Bar Association. So, any questions about that? No? It's exciting.